I agree with that. And certainly people latch on to different people and brands and trusted advisors and
Right.
that sort of thing.
Well, and so the idea is like in that example, be the Taylor Swift in your industry. How do you be the one that everybody wants to go to, that well known and gets out there? And if not, there's a gap. My business partner used to talk about this a lot, that this sort of chasm that's coming where it's going to get more and more divided. It's the wealth gap too, by the way. It's literally the same thing where it's like it's going to get, for when you're already rich and you're already popular, or if you can lock in that audience, it's going to get easier and easier to keep that stance, and it's going to get harder and harder to compete. And I think that the only sort of hole in that is AI, because now you can come in and work so aggressively and so fast that you can find that sort of weak spot in your competition and potentially exploit it.
Okay, so we're getting close to time here, but I think to frame it up for people to take away something actionable is I love what you were saying about the Hawke method, and like maybe frame up like for a mid-sized company, or not a micro business, like somebody
Yeah.
that is looking to scale, like a growth oriented
Yeah.
business, and they're looking to scale. What is like the framework or frameworks that you're looking at when they come to you from a go-to-market strategy, or like, let's leave people with something that's tangible? Because, you know, AI, some people are toning it out, like
Oh yeah. Yeah.
tuning it out completely,
Yeah.
which is dangerous,
Yeah.
right? But also
I
it's
would treat
very
AI like the
noisy.
internet. Like it's something you should probably pay attention to. At some point, everyone's going to have it integrated, and you're like it's going to be like not having a website would be not
Yeah.
integrating AI. But it's also like businesses are going to survive without using it too. There's my tire guy that changes the tires of my car doesn't have a website. He's fine. He's been in business 50 years. Old, Bob's Tires. They're doing just fine. So you have that. So it's not like everybody's screwed if they don't. It's just like you got to make the decision. If you want to keep growing your business and take on opportunity, you probably should use it. In terms of the full stack, I'd say I really like the scalable, repeatable part of marketing. I think that should be 90% of what you do. And that still is, all the different social media channels. So TikTok, Facebook. And by the way, this is for B2B too. Like I spend for Hawke Media, I don't know, we're at probably $2 million a year on Google and Meta and TikTok and Twitter ads. Like LinkedIn, I know everybody thinks LinkedIn's the B2B advertising. They change their platform so often, it's just impossible to build something repeatable and scalable there. So while content is great on LinkedIn, advertising has not been. Hopefully they fix it at one point. And so figuring out your media channels, I could go forever on how to do that, but that's top of the funnel. How do you build awareness for your brand? Let people know you exist, along with driving word of mouth. Have really easy messaging of why you exist and who you are, so that your customers feel comfortable talking about you to other people. That's huge. And then nurturing that. That's where content comes in. That's where email marketing, SMS marketing. And on the content side, we talked about it, but it's like building content that solves your value proposition from a content perspective, not just your product perspective. So whatever you're selling, if you're selling, we'll go back to running shoes. People buy running shoes because they want to go out and be healthy, or they want to be stylish. Pick a lane. Let's say it's healthy. Now create, content around diet, around great trails to run, around what other people are doing for longevity, like whatever, get into the science of it, whatever it is that fits your brand, but be that destination, not only because it'll bring your potential customers back that they'll convert at a higher rate, they'll also share that and you'll increase word of mouth. So both of them, and they'll build more of that trust. And then again, the other third pillar is trust. That's where you get third-party validation, testimonials, reviews, case studies, influencers, celebrities, PR, all these things that people go, I trust them. And if they're saying I should trust you, I feel comfortable with that. There's a lot more to talk about on that, but yeah, that would be the quick way to look at your stack. Oh, how are you building awareness? How are you nurturing that awareness to convert it and keep it as a customer? And then how are you building trust?